because they know they'll just go to jail forever and probably.
I'd rather die than spend my life in prison.
Yeah.
Any of y'all ever been to prison?
No. I'll take your word for it though.
Yeah, take my word for it.
What's so bad about it?
Yeah.
No, Kyle, what's so bad about it, man?
There's nothing fun to do in there, man. It's
not fun, but
it's. I think I'd rather die. I think I'd rather die than spend the rest of my life in prison. Because like you can see cars driving down the road, dude, and you look at those cars, and you have TV, so you can see like other people having fun.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like maybe if you were on there's this movie, I can't remember the name of it, but it's where they take prisoners and they just throw them on an island. And on the island, there's like two groups of prisoners. There's ones that are like cannibalistic and hardcore, and the other, they're like made a peaceful community amongst themselves. I would prefer that to like just living within four walls with barbed wire around them. But because you can see those cars driving down the road, and even in those 60 days I did, we'd be sitting in the TV room, and you could look through those glass windows, and you could see cars driving down the road, and I'd be thinking like, man, they're probably going to do some fun shit. Like maybe they're just going to like Burger King or something, or they're just going to like work. Like, but I bet he's got like, even if his job is like construction or like he's going to be out in the sun today, like palling around with his buddies. Like he can drink a beer after if he wants to.
Home. Every word you're saying is exactly what it's like to work in a cube environment. Every once in a blue moon, I'd be driving at 2 p.m. I'd be like, what kind of magical lives do these people live? How are they outside at 2 p.m.? Don't they have to work? Where are they going? What are they doing? Is it a vacation all the time?
Yeah. I'd rather die. I'd rather die than spend I don't think I could do 20 years. I think when I was looking at sentencing, I was going to either run or kill myself if a certain year got laid down. I think 20 years, and I was either running and then killing myself or killing myself. It was one or the other.
What was your plan? Like if they would have laid down and said, "Please stand, Kyle Lamar Myers. We're sending you away for 22 years," or whatever the fuck it is. Like you obviously go home. Like, what's your plan? You must have had myself. No. The run. You run before you kill yourself. Where do you run first? Florida to escape the state?
I was thinking
you're fresh out of guns.
No, I was thinking either Mexico or Canada. And then from there try to go to somewhere without extradition laws. So like maybe go to Mexico and then try to like get on a boat, like pay someone with a boat to like get me to some island somewhere that didn't have extradition. I hadn't done any research. Like you
should have called your buddy. I think there's a 50-50 shot we can get a paramotor to Cuba.
I didn't want to involve you in my federal escape plan, Woody. You got a family. You don't need to be alongside me in a boat.
We always need stories for the show.
So you were facing 20 years, and then you only got 60.
Essentially. So the way it worked, I've told this a bunch of times, so I'll be kind of quick about it. But like, they were charging me with a lot of stuff that I just wasn't even close to guilty for. But it's still like, do you go to trial for this? So I pled guilty to like possession with intent to distribute, which I didn't do. I didn't intend to distribute anything. I just possessed. But I did that because I was being charged with so many other things like trafficking and there were all these because I owned guns, they were making each gun this enhancement charge that like each gun was adding like 2 or 3 years and up to 10 guns. And it was like crazy. So it was like 20 years worth of guns and then 10 years for supposedly destroying the serial number on a firearm, which had just been painted. It wasn't destroyed. We'd have probably beaten that in court, but do you risk the rest of your life on that you beat that in court? So like, I was being charged with up to like 25, 30 years, something like that.
But you pled guilty and they just 60 days. That's it.
We cut a deal so that I could plead guilty to 2 of the smallest charges, and they would drop all the other charges, which was their goal the whole time. That's how like district attorneys and prosecutors work. Like they charge you with like 100 years worth of shit because they want you to plead guilty to a year's worth of shit, which is what I did. And I could have gotten 6 months and like 5 years of probation, and they gave me 60 days and 2 years of probation.
The intent to distribute, I thought that was like a Tinder date or something. Like it's not intent to sell, which is what most people hear when they hear distribute. Did I make that up?
No, it's intent to sell. It's the same thing. And it was based on a text message on my phone where I wrote my girlfriend at the time and said, "Hey, you want to smoke a joint tonight?" literally like I was like maybe filming a video or something, and like she was like at her job, and I was just like, hey, when we're done with this, let's get high tonight and like watch Trailer Park Boys and eat some Taco Bell.